Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Dr. Hanuman Prasad. I am working as an assistant professor in the Department of Chemistry at IARE. The topic I am discussing is gender sensitization. Today, I am going to discuss the following contents: gender sensitivity, gender as social construct, gender roles, gender strength, productive versus reproductive roles, roles attributed to males, roles attributed to females, main roles of women, and finally, gender equality. Let's go to the first content, gender sensitivity. This concept is developed as a way to reduce barriers to personal as well as economical development. This concept helps to generate the respect for the individuals regardless of sex, whether male or female. As I discussed in the earlier class, sex is a biological variable which represents either male or female. It is about pitting women against men, and it is the act of being sensitive to the ways people think about gender, how the people think about gender. So, that is the act of being sensitive to this kind of thinking. Is nothing but gender sensitivity. And let's go to the next content, gender as social construct. As I have discussed already, the terms that corresponds to sex are male as well as female. And the terms that correspond to gender are masculine and feminine. So, sex is a biological variable. The corresponding terms are male and female. Whereas gender is a social variable and the corresponding terms are masculine and feminine. The social construction of gender is a theory in feminism and sociology about the operation of gender and gender differences in society. According to this view, society and culture create gender roles because gender is a societal and cultural variable. So that is why society and culture themselves create gender roles. And these roles are prescribed as ideal behavior for a person of the specific sex, either male or female. And in continuation, what is the source of gender? Society itself. And people before had no basis of understanding of gender. In the olden days, people doesn't have awareness about gender until a sexologist, John Money, introduced the distinction between biological sex and gender as a role. So this credit of having awareness about gender goes to the scientist or sexologist John Money. So he has given the term gender and its awareness. So he has distinguished between sex and gender. So because of him only, we can able to differentiate between sex as well as gender. Now, what is the role of sex? Roles according to the reproductive function of a person's body. And what is the role of gender? Roles a person is expected to perform as a result of being male or female in a particular culture. It describes the roles. So, what are specified for male and what are specified for female. For example, gender can do little strong works. male can do little stronger works and female can do little softer works. So that is the olden assumption. But nowadays, even female can do stronger works. Some male cannot do stronger works. So that is the theme of this gender equality. So that is what is covered under gender sensitization. And this we are discussing in gender as social construct. Let's go to the next content. Gender roles. Gender role is the behaviors, attitude, values, beliefs, and so on that a particular cultural group considers. And gender roles are appropriate for males and females on the basis of their biological variable. Gender roles and expectations are learned using gender roles. And gender in general refers to the activities that men and women actually do. Means as per profession or as per culture or as per anything. In respect of sociality and in respect of culturality. That is what gender describes. But sex describes only in respect of biological variable. I hope this is clear to all. And gender can be changed at a time, depending on conditions, depending on situations. So these are all we can learn as a part of gender roles. And let's go to the next content. Gender strength. As I told just before, gender are generally strong and they have greater body mass and they are better equipped for their body mass related works like hunting, warfare, and land clearing. Even women can also do these things, but this is one kind of assumption as per the society. And women do tasks that are compatible with child care, nurturing. Nurturing means taking care of babies, cooking related things, all these things. So that is what I have given in the image. These are the gender roles, like female roles, taking care of kids and feeding them. And men, they are handling little bit heavy equipments. So as per society, they have decided. But as you know, nowadays, both are equally doing all kinds of works. So this is what you can learn from gender sensitization. Let's go to the next content. Productive roles versus reproductive roles. What are the productive roles? The activities that men and women perform to make products or services as well as process them to get proper income. So what does it mean? Productive roles are paid. So you will get money for the productive roles. You will get money for the productive roles. Now what are the reproductive roles? These are the activities where most of the time is spent, like child care, nurturing, taking care of family members, community, preparing food for the whole family members, etc. So now you can understand. So preparing food for the whole family members, taking care of kids, is it paid? Obviously no. So that is the part of our daily life. So these reproductive roles are almost unpaid. Okay. So productive roles are paid and reproductive roles are unpaid. And generally productive roles are given for male and reproductive roles are given for female. That is the assumption of society. But this can be done by either males or females. Means anyone can do this. And similarly, nurturing, taking care of kids, preparing food, this can also be done by either males or females. I hope you understood. So that is what is the equality of gender. Let's go to the next content. Roles attributed to males. So according to society, what are the roles that can be attributed to men or males? So you can see here the perception. According to perception, what are the roles? The perception is men are strong. Primary rational means they have given first priority. cannot feel. Means they won't feel much for the things that are happened. Means sensitivity is less. They are less sensitive to the environment or corresponding situations. So that is what is the perception. And what are the roles? Hard work. As I told, they have stronger or heavier body mass, and they will be as a leader or boss, and no caregiving. So they have to do their work. No need to take care of child and all. For that, women are there. Like that is the perception of society. But as I told now, these things are done equally by males, means men, as well as females, means women. And what are the expectations? The expectations are, don't make women do hard work. Means let the women to do small works, like whatever I just discussed, taking care of kids, nurturing, etc. And these are the expectations according to the society. And always be smart and be in control, get the best, don't cry. These are the expectations for men. But you can see in surrounding us how many men are crying based on the situation. So men are also soft depending on the situation. Women as well are also soft depending on their situation. So both are hard, both are soft according to the situation in the society. So, but according to the expectations designed by society, men are strong, men can do hard work, men can become leaders, no need to give care, and they don't make women to do hard work. They are always smart, they don't cry. These things are the society expectations. But it's not like that. It can be done, it can be given equal priority to both male as well as female. So that is what is the conclusion. And the next content is roles attributed to females. It is just the opposite of roles attributed to males according to society. Now the first one is perception. What is perception? They are weak. Their secondary emotional, means their priority is not high. First priority is given to men and then followed by women. That is what is the expectation or perception of the society. And they cannot think. Is it? Do you agree with this? Obviously, the answer is no. Because women are also strong. Women are also giving primary preference. And they also can think even better than men sometimes. Okay? So, the roles are, they can not do hard work. They cannot become leaders or boss. They don't have the capacity to make decision. And these are the roles according to the society. But this is also false. They can also do hard work. They can also become leaders and bosses. They can also make decision in performing some task or in leading some task. So once again I am saying, these are the roles attributed to females according to the society. So these are taken from the olden days. But nowadays the society is also updating. So all are having equal capacities to perform any kind of work. All means male and female, men and women, male and female. And what are the expectations according to the society? Female stay at home only. Female don't accept. Means they don't order or they don't give any statements to the male to do this, do that, and all. And they don't participate in decision making. It is okay to cry for female. So these are the expectations according to society. But it is all not correct. So many female are going to workplaces and performing their duty. And they are earning more than men, of course. And they can assert. They are giving the orders and demands to many people because they are also working as bosses or leaders. They always participate in decision making and they are stronger than men in some cases. So, some cases they will make men to cry. instead of themselves crying. So that is what is the case is the updated in the updated world. Okay, so both are equal in all aspects. Let's go to the next content. Main roles of women. So what are the main roles that can be performed by women? Women perform productive activities such as product making, marketing, which are paid either by money or by products. Okay, so they can also involve in primary making, product making, marketing, etc. These are all productive activities, right? That I have explained earlier. Women do also perform reproductive activities, means taking care of childs, nurturing kind of duties, preparing food and all, and giving food to all the family members, taking care of health by giving medicine time to time, and taking care of child education and all. Okay. So what does it mean? They can perform both works, productive as well as reproductive. Even some male or men cannot perform these reproductive activities. So that means in some cases, women are stronger than men. And women perform activities to ensure the supply of resources at community level, means at family level or and their family friends or family uh, relatives and all. Okay, as an extended role of reproductive activities such as rituals, ceremony celebration, community service activities, etc. Means participating in worship kind of activities. If there is any ceremony and they involve in decoration and all, they celebrate very nicely. And community service activities means if in the particular community they have some service related things, means they have to donate clothes, they have to donate food to some certain people like 50 members, 100 members, like that. So women can also participate in these kind of community service activities. So in conclusion, men and women both are equally participating in all kinds of activities, irrespective of whether it is hard or soft. And let's go to the next content, gender equality. So that is what I have discussed so far. Now let's see in this slide what we have mentioned. Gender sensitization refers to gender equal society. So I hope you understood what I explained so far. Gender equal society. That is what is the main concept of gender sensitization. And what is gender equal society? It is a society in which both men and women are treated as having equal potential in all respects. Both men and women are treated as having equal potential in all respects. Means in performing any kind of work, like going to job in the time of morning and coming back from the work at evening, and again taking care of kids, making food. All these things can be equally shared or distributed or contributed by men as well as women. And both men and women have the opportunity to participate in all kinds of social activities. Both men and women have opportunity to participate in all kinds of social activities. Like just now I told, donating, social service kind of things, and some sports like playing cricket, badminton, volleyball, all these things. So women and men are equally participating in all these kinds of activities, and they equally enjoy political, economical, and cultural benefits. They equally enjoy political, economical, and cultural benefits. So they can also participate in political related roles, like who is our president of India now, Draupadi Murmu. Is she woman? Yeah, she is woman. So woman is performing the leading role. Okay, president of India means what? So it is the topmost position. So that is itself carried by women. So women and men are both are equally having the potential in all respects. So that is what is the main concept of gender sensitization. And they equally share all the responsibilities. That is why gender equality concept has arisen as a part of gender sensitization. I hope you all understood what is the concept that I have discussed in today's session. And in continuation, gender equality doesn't mean that women and men have to become the same, but it can only be achieved when women and men enjoy the same rights, responsibilities, and opportunities in all sectors of society. Means it doesn't mean that women and men have to become the same, but it can only be achieved when women and men enjoy the same rights, same responsibilities, same opportunities in all sectors of society. Men and women should equally involve in economic participation and decision making. So many people think that in economic matters, not to involve female, but it's not true because they are also earning. So obviously they have the equal right to participate in economic participation. Sometimes they are giving better ideas than men. So both have the same capacity to think. So they are also involved in decision making. So both are having equal rights to involve in decision making. And this is what is gender equality. And the different behaviors, beliefs, aspirations, and needs of women and men should be equally valued and favored. At any kind of situation, the needs of women and men should be equally valued and favored. It's not like women needs are favored first, men needs are favored last. It's not like that. The needs of both men and women should be equally valued and equally favored. Then only gender equality will be achieved. Is it not right? Yes, it is obviously right. Quality education is important for men and women in order to prevent gender-based violence. For example, if women are studying lower levels, then they go to another home after marriage. Then, if the bride husband is highly educated, then he can perform gender-based violence. So you didn't read much. I am dominant like that. I read this much level. You read low level only. So this kind of gender-based violence can happen. That is why quality education is important for both men and women in order to avoid this kind of gender-based violence. And gender equality through education should be a major priority, as I explained just now. So gender equality through education is must and should. So gender equality through education means both men and women should be equally do the high level education in order to avoid gender-based violence. I hope you understood the concept of all the things that I have explained today. And regarding gender equality, there is a saying by Emma Watson in 2014 UN Women's Speech. She said that both men and women should feel free to be sensitive. Means men and women are equally sensitive. Both men and women should feel free to be strong. Means both men and women are equally strong. Both men and women are equally sensitive. Both men and women are equally strong. It is time that we all perceive gender on a spectrum, not as two opposing sets of ideals. So means both are like a spectrum. Means both are like in the same thread, but not like two opposing sets of ideals. They must be like a spectrum. Means they are lying on the same level without having any discrimination. So that is what is said by this greatest woman, Emma Watson, in 2014 UN Women's Speech. So by this saying, I am ending the session. These are the references that I have covered. Kadambari for gender studies, Rajyalakshmi Kalyani for gender sensitization. Even these books are written by women. Okay, thank you very much for your patience.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.